Hello, and welcome to BigBookCTK.com. My name is Tussie, and today I'm reading from Martin Chuzzlewit by Charles Dickens, Chapter 5, containing a full account of the installation of Mr. Pecksniff's new pupil into the bosom of Mr. Pecksniff's family, with all the festivities held on that occasion and the great enjoyment of Mr. Pinch. The best of architects and land surveyors kept a horse, in whom the enemies, already mentioned more than once in these pages, pretended to detect a fanciful resemblance to his master, not in his outward person, for he was a raw-boned, haggard horse, always on a much shorter allowance of corn than Mr. Pecksniff, but in his moral character, wherein, said they, he was full of promise, but of no performance. He was always in a manner going to go and never going. When at his slowest rate of travelling, he would sometimes lift up his legs so high and display such mighty action that it was difficult to believe he was doing less than 14 miles an hour. And he was forever so perfectly satisfied with his own speed, and so little disconcerted by opportunities of comparing himself with the fastest trotters, that the illusion was the more difficult of resistance. He was a kind of animal who infused into the breast of strangers a lively sense of hope, and possessed all those who knew him better with a grim despair. In what respect, having these points of character, he might be fairly likened to his master, that good man's slanderers only can explain. But it is a melancholy truth, and a deplorable instance of the uncharitableness of the world, that they made the comparison. In this horse, and the hooded vehicle, whatever its proper name might be, to which he was usually harnessed, it was more like a gig with a tumour than anything else. All Mr. Pinch's thoughts and wishes centred, one bright, frosty morning, for with this gallant equipage he was about to drive to Salisbury alone, there to meet with a new pupil, and thence to bring him home in triumph. Blessings on thy simple heart, Tom Pinch! How proudly dost thou button up that scanty coat, called by a sad misnomer for these many years, a great one, and how thoroughly, as with thy cheerful voice, thou pleasantly adjurest Sam the hostler not to let him go. Yet dost thou believe that quadruped desires to go, and would go if he might. Who could repress a smile of love for thee, Tom Pinch, and not in jest at thy expense, for thou art poor enough already? Heaven knows, to think that such a holiday as lies before thee should awaken that quick flow and hurry of the spirits, in which thou settest down again, almost untasted, on the kitchen window-sill, that great white mug, put by thy own hands last night, that breakfast might not hold thee late, and layest yonder crust upon the seat beside thee, to be eaten on the road, when thou art calmer in thy higher rejoicing. Thank you very much for watching. You've been listening to Martin Chuzzlewit by Charles Dickens. My name is Tussie, and this is BigBookCTK.com. Thank you very much, and bye for now.